right. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? This is Twin Flames Unite, and we are at it again. If you don't know by now, I'm Chris.
And I'm Alicia.
What up? What's going on, everybody? You know, we are here to bring you practical solutions that you can apply easily, naturally, and automatically
in your everyday life, so you can tap into your unlimited potential and rise to the highest version of yourself.
All right. Now, this evening, we are going to go into a topic to help dive a little bit more into the mind of the male. Okay? Because even though this world may be crazy and a lot of things are just really upside down, everybody still need love. They still need love.
That's not going to go anywhere.
Love is not going to go anywhere. So we are going, well, actually we have this, got another Q&A today, right? But in this particular situation, baby is going to be doing the questioning and I'm going to be doing the answering.
I'm going to be the therapist.
The therapist or the interrogator?
Both.
Okay. All right. So, but if you haven't already, please hit the like button, subscribe, let YouTube know that you like this information and you want more of it. And without further ado, let's get into it.
This is going to be a short video.
Yes. All right. Boom.
You ready?
I'm always ready.
Y'all
ready like Freddy.
Y'all ready? Okay.
That's the old saying.
So, question number 1. Okay. This is juicy. This is juicy. This is actually number 2, but I'm going to put it as number 1.
Okay. Okay.
Now, the people want to know. What would be a good way to explain to a lady that now is not a good time to be in a committed relationship because of bad timing?
Okay. Now, first and foremost, to even answer this question, the man in this particular situation would really have to have good communication skills. He needs to be able to communicate effectively so that his point can really get across. Now, the reason why, you asking what's the best effective way for him to tell that?
Let me read it again.
Okay.
The people want to know. What will be a good way to explain to a lady that now is not a good time to be in a committed relationship because of bad timing?
Okay.
How do you tell her this so she can actually receive it?
Okay.
And not feel like it's because of her, even though that's really on her, depending on her state of perception to self. But how can you lighten the blow? Like, how could you say this to get her to really conceptualize this and to get her to understand it doesn't have anything to do with her? It's just that for you personally, it's bad timing.
Okay. So if you encounter a man that's very well independent, he is taking care of himself, he's built a certain type of lifestyle, and he's just really on his grind. Okay, this is for the situation for a good man who is on his grind. Outside of that, I can't tell you. But for a good man that is on his grind, the best way for him to explain that he's just not available right now due to timing is that because if he's really on his grind, that means that he is super busy. He may have a conference call. He may have to travel every now and again. Got to do all these different meetings and things of this nature. And in the midst of all of that, he still has to make sure he keeps himself mentally fit, physically fit, you know, things of that nature. So it's a lot that goes within that 24-hour span. So for a good man who is on his grind, he's not going to have the time to make you priority number 1. Because especially if he's a one-man band, right? He is the accountant, he is the customer service, he is the CEO, he's the CFO, he wear all the hats. at that particular point in time, he's not going to have the opportunity to make you priority number one. And so let's just say that you are Miss Right and he's Mr. Right. But Mr. Right has all of these responsibilities, and if he still accepts you into his life, then now you're going to be competing against his job or against his business or whatever he's doing his grind and hustle for. Because you know you got the ones out in the street too. They still on their grind and hustle. They out there on the street. They still do that from now and then. So if they out there, that's going to take priority number one because the foundation has to be solid. And a lot of times that foundation, it becomes solid because of the financial backings that are coming from this grind that's coming through. So if he's spending all of his time grinding, making sure that the foundation is stable, then he's not going to have time for you. And if you are that perfect person, then it's not that he's missing out. It's just that he's messing up. Because it's like having a diamond that's got the perfect cut, perfect color, perfect clarity, but you keep it in the closet. It's not useful. It's a waste. So it would be best for that man to get his things together so that he can open up space and he can now delegate to somebody else to start doing the accounting, to do the customer service and things of that nature, or to get somebody else to make the run so that he don't have to make the run. And that way it frees up time. So now he can really make you priority number one, because if he's not making you priority number one, then you're always going to be competing with whatever his grind is.
So pretty much in a nutshell, he would have to try to explain to her that it's not that she's not Miss Perfect, right? It's not that he doesn't actually envision or can possibly see this potential lady as being some type of spouse down the line. It's just that right now in this moment, his focus is on maybe cultivating or building like his future person, like who he sees himself as in the future. And that is actually taking up a lot of his personal time. And so even though she, he can see that, this is a good catch, it would be really sad to invite her in, not be able to offer her the time to actually nurture their relationship and end up and really mess up, a Miss Perfect, and not even have a chance with her later down the line, possibly if she's still available. So he would prefer to let her know that, hey, right now I'm focusing on creating my greatest and best version, and I won't be able to give you the time that you rightfully deserve.
Right. Because it's kind of like, I'll make it real plain here. It would be like if there's a dream house that you wanted, and I'm the one who can build that dream house. And in the middle of me building that dream house, you like pull me like, hey, let's go out to the movies, but like, hold on, I gotta put this sink in. Or can we go out to eat? I was like, hold on, but I gotta put the mold in and stuff on the floor. Like it's taken away from that time. And if anybody knows anything about construction, the longer you take it, the more expensive it's going to take to finish that plan. So just keeping that in mind, that if you can have just some patience in regards to letting that project develop and letting it finish, and then you have that rest, and then it makes it that more fulfilling when you can actually fully enjoy something. I guess that's the real point. It wouldn't be a full enjoyment for you to be Miss Right, but not right now. Because if you come in, it's going to miss out on the pleasures of actually the joy of experiencing life with you.
Because she'll be with his potential versus being with his full potential.
Right.
And I guess with somebody like that who's ambitious, or somebody who knows that his full potential is reachable, he just want to go ahead and get to that point.
Right.
and then be able to explore Mrs. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, because the thing is, you're not in a relationship to build a business. You're in a relationship to enjoy life with somebody.
Right. So that comes priority.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, so I guess that would be the way that you would explain it to her.
Well, I ain't got to worry about it now.
well, I'm just saying, like, how could he put this in words to her so she doesn't feel bad about herself? Because telling somebody, looking at somebody who's like beautiful, smart, you know, about it, whatever you want to tell my age now, about it.
I guess what I would say would be like, wow, I mean, I really appreciate your interest in me, and you're definitely beautiful, and to have you in my life would be awesome, but it would be a disservice to both you and me because I wouldn't be able to make you priority number one. And I would really want to be able to spend the time with you and enjoy each and every moment with you. But if we did that right now, I wouldn't be able to commit that time. And there may be some resentment from you towards me that I'm not spending time with you. And then there may be some resentment from me towards you because you're not letting me finish my project that I'm doing. And so to avoid that misunderstanding, I would rather get this done. And if you're still available, if you're still, I would be honored to be with you at that time where I could actually make you priority number one.
Yeah. That sounds pretty interesting. Now, you know, there's some women out there that are very ambitious. And so some of them, when they hear someone say something about building and stuff like that, they're quick to want to help. So I know some might be, well, let me help you. You know, I could help you, and I got stuff to bring to the table. That's the new catchphrase now, is that they got something to bring to the table. You know, let me bring something to the table. Let me help you. I got a lot to offer. I can help you build, and I can help you do this, and you know.
No, I would say this. Right now, I'm not looking for another business partner, because that's essentially what that is. Because if you want to come in and help me build a business, that means that you want to take on a role within the company. And a role within the company, it cannot mix. We don't mix business and personal. It's just, it can be done, but right now I'm not at that point where I can actually do that.
With somebody that you're just getting to know.
Right.
Okay. And so then you let her know that that's okay.
That what's okay?
That you don't, it's okay. She doesn't have to help, because you know.
Right, yeah, no, I'm telling you, we pretty much got that covered. It wouldn't be any room to bring her in.
All right, next question. Now, how do you think guys feel when they're trying to explain to a lady when he doesn't want to see, I'm sorry, let me start over. How do you think guys feel when they're trying to explain to a lady when he doesn't want to be in a relationship, but she doesn't understand? So you're trying your best to explain this to her, but she's really not understanding. It's like she's making it about her, and like she's turning this thing around. Like, I'm a good woman. I got a lot to offer. You're lost, and then she start turning into that type of energy because she's feeling insecure about being rejected in that moment.
But you're asking how would I feel?
Yeah, how would that make you feel?
I would feel like I was being pressured into doing something that I'm not committed to doing. To be honest, it's really like the pressure that the authorities are trying to put on the citizens right now to get certain things done to the vessel against their will. It's like you're pushing me into the box, and you're making me feel uncomfortable, and you're putting me into the fight or flight mode. Now, if you're looking to build a relationship, you don't want to meet somebody in the fight or flight mode. Okay, you want them to be calm and relaxed, because the fight or flight mode is not something that we're going to be in 24/7. It's not good for our body. You can look it up. Epigenetics. It's not good to be in fight or flight mode all the time. But when you're trying to force yourself into a situation, it puts a person into the fight or flight mode, and then the walls go up. Okay, it's kind of like a deer in the head. No, not a deer in the headlights, but anyway, it puts the walls up, and we feel like, oh, I need to run.
So you think that at that point in time, it turns into like a turnoff,
right?
That maybe I made the right decision, or definitely I made the right decision,
right? Yeah, especially if I'm coming being respectful and calm and like, you know, hey, yeah, you're beautiful, and I really wish I had the time to spend with you, but I don't. And then if you come through and still try to force the issue, like, well, come on, we're supposed to be together. Like, ooh, hold on.
Right. So that kind of turned the switch off right there. Now, on to the next question. The people want to know.
The people want to know. Okay.
Is stability more important to a man than rushing into a relationship?
Yes. Okay. Because part of the things that a man is supposed to provide, if we're talking about social standards, right? A man is supposed to provide, protect, and profess his love, right? And gosh, hold on. I know I'm getting downloads from something else. Say that last part one more time.
Is stability more important to a man than rushing into a relationship?
Yes. And so with that standard, with providing the 3 Ps, right? All of those 3 Ps require stability, okay? So if the stability is not there, then you can't effectively protect, which means that if it's not stable, then the relationship is just going to crumble. Okay, so it's just going to crumble. So yeah, the stability is way more important for a man who really wants to take care of you
and himself.
Yes.
All right. So the next question here. People want to know. Why would a man tell a lady, right, that he would leave his current partner, whether wife, girlfriend, whatever, but don't? And it's the second part to this question. Should the lady keep waiting for him to leave?
Okay. Wow, there's so many layers to this. Then just the first part, why would he tell this woman that he's going to leave his wife, but then don't? Gosh, there's so many ways to go about that. Okay, so the reason why he would say that is that for I really feel like I'm in a hot seat right now, guys. Hold on.
I see you sweating bricks over here.
Okay.
Hold on, you sweating.
Why would he?
You ain't the person, baby. You just answering the question. My baby ain't the person. You just pretending to answer the question for the people. Hold on, man.
So here we go. So why would he say that he's going to leave his wife but then don't? That's because, for one, you're not wifey material. Okay. Because that's more of a side chick type thing, and you know, side chicks come a dime a dozen, especially if you got enough money to maintain it. So so that's one reason, is that you're not wifey material. So why would he leave a perfect wife for somebody who is not wifey material? And you have to understand, wifey material is not just having sex.
But some would argue to say, if she was so perfect, then why he's stepping outside of the marriage if she's so perfect?
But who said that she was perfect?
You just said, why would he leave his perfect wife?
Well, he's only saying that because, look, oh gosh, there's so many things that be going on here. Either he's not getting, okay, in this particular situation, if he say he's not going to leave, he say he's going to leave his wife, but then he doesn't leave his wife. That's because you are providing a small percentage of what the wife is not providing.
The 80-20 rule?
The 80-20 rule. Yeah, the 80-20 rule. You're providing 20% and he's getting 80% at home. So if you get a little salty and in your feelings and you don't want to be with him, it's like, cool, I only lost 20%.
So you think that whole thing with I'm gonna leave my partner, that's just like gas?
Yeah, that's gaslighting. Until you actually see divorce papers or the status change on the Facebook, or when you actually see him out and about, he's not with her, and other people can vouch that, yeah, they're not together, then words are nothing.
So in that case, do you think that she should still wait, or do you think that it would be wise for her to just altogether just leave?
Just go on with your life. There's a video that we did a few weeks ago in regards to finding the perfect mate. And if you meet someone and you all get together, and for whatever reason he leaves, one of the things that we said that would be very beneficial if you implemented this was to just let him leave. Because if he's really meant to be with you, at some point down the line, he's going to come back. And when he comes back, granted nothing out of the ordinary really happens and it doesn't throw him off, you got that man hooked. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, but in this situation though, I think these type of relationships, for the most part, they're always rocky. I think this is speaking from a woman's perspective. When you get into a relationship with someone who's already in a committed relationship, you already dismantle trust.
Facts.
Like, trust is already not there. You know what I mean? And so when you now leave this relationship, let's say you do leave the wife eventually, right? Because you decided that you're going to wait for him. And he does leave the wife, and now you guys are together. You're never going to trust him. And he is never going to trust you.
That's pretty true.
You're always going to be checking cell phones.
Looking over the shoulder.
To the back of your mind, you're always going to be suspicious, because now you're in the wife's shoe. And now you're going to be wondering, is he doing the same thing to me? So it's always good to leave that stuff alone. Like, if somebody is in a committed relationship and it's monogamous, I'm not talking about polygamy, that's different. If someone is in a monogamous, Lord have mercy.
They practice monogamy.
If they practice monogamy, right? Unless you're just doing a fling thing and you don't really care.
Going to a swingers party.
You're going to whatever, okay? But if you're looking to be in a committed relationship, this is not the best scenario. It doesn't usually end well.
No.
It never turns out right, because even if you're not the one that's, feeling betrayed, the wife is feeling betrayed. And then that's karma.
Yes.
It's going to come around somehow.
Yeah. Because one thing, just starting out here from the beginning, because, you're asking me the question about how can a man effectively tell a woman that right now is not the time. But one of the things that also has to keep in mind, and women, you definitely need to have your wits about you.
Yeah.
And in some cases, really leave the emotions to the side and give the man room to talk and be able to articulate himself. And if he's really not able to articulate himself to the point where you can really get an understanding, I mean, you can give him as many tries as you would like, and however many you feel comfortable with. Now, don't just keep giving chances and trying to throw him a bone. Like, no, don't do that. But if he can't articulate himself to let you know for a valid reason what's really going on, then that may not be the one you need to deal with at all.
Right, because that is just setting the tone for what it's going to be like once you get in that relationship. You already know communication is going to be
an issue.
So, right, those are flags that you should pay attention to.
Yes.
Because communication in a relationship is very important.
Yeah. And don't worry about this whole thing, because I know that there's a video that's been circulating around about this one lady that proposed to a man, but then he up and leave with somebody else at the party.
Oh, that's fake. Yeah.
That's fake. But if you're that bold that you want to go up and introduce yourself to somebody, go ahead. Like, don't stop, because that's who you are. Like, don't go and be fake and stuff like, oh, I'm gonna show I can go ahead and I can snag me a man just like these men be snagging women. Like, don't do it trying to prove a point.
Right.
Because if that's not who you are, you're starting out fake already. And you're just gonna end up in a fake relationship.
That's right.
So if you are that type of woman, because there are women out there that's like this, if you're that type of woman who will go up and introduce herself to a man to let him know that, hey, I'm interested in you because you sexy, you know, be real with it. But also know that you have to give that man the same respect and let him be able to articulate himself. And if he articulates himself well enough, then hey, you may have found one.
Right. Provided he's available.
Provided he's available.
Provided it's the right timing. So I think communication is key. You know, I think these were some good questions that we went over. And if you guys have any other questions that you might have that you want us to talk about, feel free to put it in the chat. If you're looking at this on Premiere, or if you're watching replay, just drop it in the comments and we'll go through those questions.
Yep. We look forward to it. There should be some interesting stuff. But in the meantime, once again, if you haven't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any of the videos that we do in regards to this, as well as other videos that we're going to be doing in the near future. And for those of you all who are really looking to dive deep into some magical things, head over to our website, because right now we are doing a 7-week webinar. Yes, 7 weeks, because right now this is transformation time.
Yeah.
This is time to start applying the knowledge that we've acquired over these years so that we can really prepare ourselves to be in 5D, to go to the next level.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and above. We're not stopping at 5D.
No, we're not stopping there. So come to the website, join our class at the name of the class. Wow, is that you are magical as fuck, okay? But it's AF, okay? You're magical AF. Join the webinar so that you can learn exactly how powerful you are and how to apply that apply that knowledge to your life. Wow, I'm just talking a lot. And right now you can go to the website and get your hard copy of the book, and we will be mailing these hard copies out so that you would have a personalized signed book from Leisha and me.
All right.
All right. Awesome.
And also, we just want to say thank you to the ones who actually got the copy on the website, and on some people did buy on Amazon, but it is also available on the website. So we want to say thank you. We really do appreciate the effort and the support. And for those of you who haven't gotten yours already, go ahead and get your copy. You're gonna love it. Some really good poems in here.
All right. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, without further ado, y'all, we love y'all so much. And we look forward to seeing you all very, very soon. All right. We love y'all.
Love you guys.
Peace out.